Think about all the information that you share on your social channels, articles that you thought were interesting, photos, blogs that you've written, videos, and more. But as many of you know, as soon as you share something, it just continues to move down people's feeds, and it seems to get lost in all of the social sharing chaos. There is one site that's taking all of your shared pieces and bringing them into one visually appealing, personalized site. RebelMouse is sure taking the internet by storm. There was a perfect quote from an article that I read about how RebelMouse is actually changing the way that we view content. Pinterest is for users that carry a camera. RebelMouse points the camera at you. This is a visual manifestation of your daily online content. I reached out to my friend Megan Berry, who is the Director of Community, to tell us a little bit more about RebelMouse.
Well, thank you so much, Megan, for joining us. I wanted to go ahead and have you explain everything that you can about RebelMouse and why somebody should go ahead and get their site started. So in a quick couple seconds, what is RebelMouse?
So RebelMouse enables you to create your social front page. And what that means is it takes everything you're sharing on social and puts it together dynamically into a website. So it'll create it in the first time in just a couple minutes, and you'll see everything you've been sharing in a beautiful way with pictures, etc. And as you continue to share, it'll update without you having to do anything. And this is something you can sign up for free on RebelMouse. You can also we can help you power a domain name with it, add it to your own, your own website or a business website, and you can blog on it as well. So it is a sort of full publishing platform.
Perfect. So I saw that a lot of people have started exactly what you were saying is you can go ahead and hook up your own domain name with it. So instead of, for example, rebelmouse.com/swonderlin, I could go ahead and have RebelMouse be stephaniewonderlin.com. So I saw people like Ben Parr who's doing this. So I thought that a lot of his reasons for going ahead and making this his main site were great. So go ahead and if you wouldn't mind explaining why someone would want to do that and of course some of the benefits of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, part of it is about bringing together all these disparate things we're doing. So we're spending a lot of time on Facebook and Twitter and creating a lot of engagement and community there. But when you go back to our site or blog, that's often missing. So Ben, for instance, is a great example of it. He probably blogs on benparr.com now only about once a month. And so you'd go there and say like, oh, it's been a month since he's done anything. Like he's probably not doing much. And it couldn't be further from the truth. He's always tweeting, he's sharing things. He's blogging on, on CNN, I think. So he can actually bring this together with his RebelMouse, and it just takes over the front page of his blog, so he can still add things to his WordPress blog, and all his permalinks still work. But the front page shows everything he's been sharing. So it's a way to create, to make your site dynamic and social in just less than an hour.
Sure. So yes, I would still consider Ben Parr a company as himself, but then using a company like TechCrunch, I saw that they've also done the same type of thing and are really trying to promote their use of RebelMouse. So how can a company then use RebelMouse?
Yeah, absolutely. So TechCrunch put together crunchscroll.com, and that was I think one of the beauties of RebelMouse is you don't need any developer time to get it in there. So their director of social, Drew Owenoff, reached out, and he had this vision of wanting to showcase everything they're doing on social because it's so wonderful. And we could help him do that without him needing to take any of their developer resources. And it was, 2 days, less than 2 days from when he first asked us, like Wednesday evenings, like Friday morning, they announced that crunchscroll.com was there, and like they were pretty happy with it. And we definitely have more plans to come, but that's something we'd be happy to do for any business. For businesses that aren't a media company like TechCrunch, they might consider like having RebelMouse take over a social section of their site or their blog or that sort of thing as well.
See, and that's really, really cool because it's like you mentioned with Ben, he's all over the internet. So even if he's not blogging on his own website, as you mentioned, he's on CNET and CNN. He's all over the place. So of course he's creating that content. And then the same thing goes for businesses. They might not always have the fresh content on their blog, but yet they're very active socially. So then this would be a perfect fit for them.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And our goal there is to make it, you always have that problem of like, oh, well, we can add a Twitter widget, but Twitter widgets are just text and sort of don't fit nicely on a site. Right. So we want to make it very visual and show it in a magazine style.
Exactly. So what's the future for RebelMouse? Where do you guys see yourselves going?
Well, we want to help power the open web. So help people create gorgeous, beautiful websites without putting so much time into development. We think that if you're good on social, if you're a great community manager, you should be able to help your company or yourself have an amazing website without doing too much more work on it. Like that should be easy. And that's the big vision. But with that, we want to also allow people to have better blogging abilities within RebelMouse, so you can create original content there as well, and bring that all together for people.
Perfect. So then what is a quick way that someone can go ahead and start their RebelMouse site?
Yeah, so you can just go to rebelmouse.com, sign up with Twitter, Facebook, we also have Instagram and shortly Google Plus as well. Get a feel for it, and then, for instance, if you're on WordPress, we have a plugin, and it literally takes 2 minutes to sort of have your front page get taken over like Ben did with our plugin. So it'd be a great way to try it out.
That's awesome. Well, I noticed there's a lot of different ways that you can kind of tweak your RebelMouse page to make it look like your own, even with a custom background site. So I think it's a really cool opportunity to go ahead and share what you're doing socially in a very visually appealing way.
Awesome, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Megan. Hopefully you are excited to start your own RebelMouse page. But remember, the RebelMouse is not for you to see the content that you've shared. Kind of like Pinterest, to show you the things that you have pinned, is the perfect way for someone else to see what content you're sharing and who you are. Be sure to follow me on Twitter @SWonderlin, and then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any more videos.